Hey guys, if you were hoping to see how beautiful and handsome I am today, I hate to break it to you, but that is just not happening. There is no face happening today. Why do I always have to have unnecessary noise in the background in any video that I make? I decide to make a video and the birds don't shut up. We're practicing my Japanese calligraphy stuff today. I have to learn a bunch of kanji, and I have ADHD, which means that I have to take the long way for everything when it comes to learning. I do not have the attention span to sit down and just write and memorize and drill kanji. I have to straight up learn calligraphy, or else this kanji is never gonna be learned. I am planning on taking the N5. Actually, I want to skip the N5 and go right to the N4. And this is how I'm learning my kanji. I have a whole list of the first 100 kanji, which I already know pretty much, mostly. But I want to practice it. Practice is good. If you are someone who knows how to do calligraphy, yeah, if you know things that I don't, I would kindly ask that you let me learn for myself if I am doing the wrong stroke order, or if you personally think I'm holding my brush wrong, or any other thing that you think is wrong with this video. This is simply fun. It is not supposed to be something people use for a reference to learn kanji for themselves. I just want to kick back and relax and write some kanji. Let's start. Oh, and of course, I do have tea today. And my kettle went off a little bit before. I have some white peony, and I'm gonna go and get the kettle. If you do like the format of this video, I encourage you to go to, I forget the full name of this channel, but I will put it up on the screen. These types of videos are not my original idea. So this whole kanji and drinking tea and chilling out thing, you can find a lot of it on this channel, and this is what gave me the idea to sit down and do some kanji with you guys. White peony, good stuff. I'm scrolling through a whole list, like the first 100 kanji, and whichever ones make me happy, I'm gonna do. Oh boy, that was way too curved. Whatever. That's not that bad. Maybe I should do these bigger. I think I could do better on that one. That's pretty cool. I did that one pretty well. I cannot position my tripod in any other position. This is the best that I can do. But at least from this position, I can still speak to you guys. I know that someone's gonna say, why do you have your inkstone and everything on your left side? And I'm just gonna say, deal with it, because that's the way my brain's been working. Recently, a friend was telling me about this music project, or should I say artistic experience, called Everywhere at the End of Time. And so I looked it up, and this is cursed. So Everywhere at the End of Time is basically a music, like artistic experience that's 6.5 hours long. And it's supposed to simulate what it's like to have dementia. And okay, like, I know that there's stuff that's like, I remember it was like back in like the 70s or 80s and everything. People were like, oh, if you play Stairway to Heaven backwards, like, you'll see hell or some shit. But this is like, no joke, this music project has been making people break down. The existential dread that this project has been giving people has been astronomical. Me, myself, I don't think I'm mentally stable enough to go through with these 6 hours of this experience, but I wanted to. Like, so when I discovered it, I didn't really take it seriously, and I didn't realize how it was like actually affecting people. But this project is like taking from actual years of research on symptoms of dementia and how it affects people, and it's no joke. You can find people like crying to the last track online. I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description in case you want to cause yourself a deliberate existential crisis in the middle of a pandemic. Okay. Oh, that's pretty nice. I've been doing a little. Maybe I'm good at this. I'm a complete beginner at this, by the way. I did work with a calligrapher in Inuyama when I was in Japan. I know who was the city council chairman for Inuyama. This guy from Brooklyn who went to high school with my mom just became the city council chairman for Inuyama, this Italian dude from Brooklyn. And he's very well loved and has done a lot for the community there. I know for a fact I got stroke order wrong on that one. Yep, I did. Whatever. But he's like super cool, and he took me to a calligrapher when I was in Japan. And her name is Oson Ito. I went there and I knew enough Japanese to like get by with her. But she was just the cutest thing. She saw my Oscar tattoo and she was like, oh my god, what? Like, it's a really weird thing to see. Like I said in my other video, Japanese ladies have very interesting reactions to my Oscar tattoo because it's just so visible, and I don't think they like completely understand why I have it. like it's one of those things that I always get asked, like, you're not old, why do you like Rose of Versailles? Like, how did you get to this position in your life? And I'm like, I don't know. And I remember she like looked at it and she gave me a little giggle and she slapped me on the arm. She was like such an adorable, eccentric old lady. When I came into her workshop, she had a bunch of friends over and they were all like enjoying some really nice wagashi, and I got to partake as well in some wagashi and tea. Oh man, this is a bad one. I might have to redo this somewhere else. It's because I don't have enough ink on my brush. But I remember she taught me how to grind the inkstone, she taught me how to do a bunch of stuff, and she was adorable. I remember I was doing the kanji for love, and she's like, when you write the kanji for love, I want you to really feel it. And I'm like, lady. And so I'm just drawing it and I'm like, Majima. Just think of Majima. You want me to think of love? Have me think of Majima. I thought that I was gonna be good at YouTube, you know, because I can talk for days. But I'm not. I guess I'll get there. Been trying for years to get there. I have like other channels that you might be able to fish around for where I tried other things. But I'm just now accepting that I cannot seem to be consistent with my content. And it's either I make content and I'm inconsistent with it, or I don't make content at all. And I'm not settling for the second one. Maybe it's time to get me— wow, I haven't used my paperweight this whole time. Oh yeah, my boyfriend has been streaming on Twitch, and I think he's great, so I'm gonna link his Twitch in my description, and you guys can give General Gunkrat, give him a warm hello. Oh wow! Awesome! Let me just wipe that down. It's really just a channel where he has a bunch of friends, and we all hang out. But other people are welcome, but it says on his channel, just be nice. I've noticed I have a bunch of male subscribers. Like every day I'm like, wow, it's like another dude. And like, I don't think that like half the dudes who are subscribed to me, I mean, I don't really have a very large subscriber base, but I don't think you guys realize that I am simply a crazy feminist. Like, I know there's like a lot of Yakuza dude bros that tend to wander into this place because they saw me shake my ass as Majima. But like, I'm planning on doing some feminist content because sometimes I get a little bit... I spend like a really good chunk of my time researching anime and feminism. Anime was a huge part of my life when I was a teenager. It was like a huge part of my identity. The reason why I have gone away from it is because there's a lot of things that I've learned with my Asian studies education and in my general pull to research feminism within anime. I just kind of became extremely disillusioned to the genre. I usually only watch things that are like Nana, Rosa Versailles, Oni-sama-e, written by women, for women, 70s through early 2000s. Because the current anime industry doesn't really support female authors too well. What we do have is a lot of male authors writing female characters, and they write these female characters often for specifically male audiences, but because we don't have a shortage of female I'm not going to be able to fit that kanji. I think this is too heavy of a topic to talk about in a calligraphy video. I actually wanted to do a Rosa Versailles series where I talk about Rosa Versailles and all the important, lovely aspects of it and how great it is as a series. It's just a great series. It's just amazing. And there's so many layers to it. It's not just like, oh, this was really influential. And you can say it because a bunch of tropes in other manga and anime align with Rosa Versailles or originate in Rosa Versailles. Like, no guys. There's like the Berubara boom. Like there was the record-breaking Takarazuka audiences. There was so much. Not to mention that Ryoko Ikeda, the author, her life is crazy. I don't think you guys are gonna see good calligraphy coming out of me today. She's had like 3 husbands and like some scandals happening, and then there was like she was accused of plagiarism and all of this stuff, but I think people are a little bit too obsessed with her life being scandalous. Like when I was researching her and when I really wanted to know about her, I was reading a lot of interviews and they all kind of sound the same, where she walks you through every little dramatic thing that's happened in her life, and I don't know. She really seems like a person who is like way more than that for me. Ryoko Ikeda was a mangaka, but she became an opera singer because that was really her true calling, and so now she really has so much presence in opera in Japan, and I think it's very unfair for people to keep defining her by Rosa Versailles. Even though Rosa Versailles is like, yes, extremely influential, I don't know, if I met her, I would want to do so in like an opera atmosphere. I would want to see her singing opera. I studied a lot of opera when I was in school, like when I was in music school, and she's so passionate about it, and I think that people really kind of define her by Rosa Versailles and make that her whole personality, and I just don't think that that's right. I wanted to make like a bio video of her for my Rosa Versailles series because I really want to document all of the awesome influence that this manga has had. But I'm not so sure how to do that right now. And I think I'm just gonna sit on it for a little bit. And this is because I actually had the opportunity to interact with her. I don't really want to like link to it because I don't know if she wants people blowing up her blog. I think that we should just kind of I don't know. People curate their spaces online, and you ever enter a Discord server and there's people on the Discord server and they're all really tight knit, and they let you into their community because they think you're cool, and you're like, wow, my friend would really like this place, but I don't want to intrude because this seems like a really tight knit space. So I'm not going to automatically go in and invite my friend. If anything, I'm going to wait a little bit until I become closer with these people and then ask them if I can bring my friend in. I think Ikeda's blog, there's not too much engagement with it. I don't want my subscribers to like go, even though I don't have many of you, I don't want you guys to go and like bother her. I don't know. I don't want to cause any type of ruckus. But I commented on her blog and I told her that I'm a fan of hers. I didn't specify that I was a fan of Rose of Versailles, but I told her that I really, really love opera and that I studied opera in school. And she asked me what I studied, and so I explained it to her. And she also said that with the internet, everyone is near. Like, you're able to interact with anybody from the internet, because she was like, hello from far away America. There was pretty much no Americans interacting with this blog. And she said that she's very interested in watching the American election. I know that Ikeda writes a lot of political content. Rose of Versailles is a highly, highly political piece. And I said that I don't have any good things to say about the US president. And sometimes I want to go and live in the forest because I don't want to deal with politics anymore. Apparently when you do calligraphy, you're actually not supposed to be talking, but I have to create content, so that's what I'm doing. And I could kind of agree with that. I don't think you should be talking while you do calligraphy, because it really messes me up. Is this how you do Majima's name? Let's see. Like, you know, the one kanji in Majima's name that's like, oh, I just felt the ink on my hand. No, I need to like, I'm flipping the paper over. I know that one side is smooth and one side is rough, and I don't care. I don't care, I'm just gonna do it. Really hyped for Yakuza 7. I like that we have female characters in it. Thank you guys for the immense amount of attention given to my Majima, I call it my Majima ass shaking video, but it's the Anime Boston Majima video. The Home Alone on a Friday night, just remember this Goro video. I'm really surprised that blew up the way it did, because my friend shot it for me on my DSLR. But they'll admit that it wasn't very well shot and it has a lot of really blurry parts. They said that the next time we go to a con, which should not be soon, but it will be in the future, just expect more Majima ass shaking in the probably distant future. I know that's what you guys are here for. People are like, I don't care about your weird hobbies. I just want to see your butt shaken as Majima. I'm just doing all this terrible calligraphy. When I'm alone and I'm doing calligraphy and I'm grooving and I got my record player on, it's so much easier to make good products because you have to make every single stroke so deliberate. You have to pay attention to every single little tiny stroke. And so I sit there and I hyper-focus. And I get all of my kanji done. Maybe I'm obligated to do the kanji for tea. I have a problem with the tea kanji, and that is that I always make the top much wider than the bottom, but the bottom has to kind of be contained within the top, so I don't know, hope it fixes itself. What else is there to talk? I really did talk your ear off about Ryoko Ikeda, didn't I? That's like, if you leave me to my devices, that's all you're gonna get. If you tell me I need you to talk for hours and hours and hours, I will give you the Rose of Versailles spiel. I will tell you all about why I hate the movie. Yeah, there's a live action movie of Rose of Versailles, and I believe it's like, maybe it's not the first. If anybody can tell me about a live action anime adaptation from the West that came before 1979, I would absolutely love to see it, no matter what it is. But Rose of Versailles got what I think is maybe the first live-action English anime adaptation that I've ever seen made. And it was made by Jacques Demy, and Jacques Demy is like supposed to be some type of masterpiece director, but the only movie I've seen by him is Lady Oscar, and I have so many thoughts about that movie, but I think it's floating around YouTube if you want to see it. If you're someone who hasn't gotten into Rose of Versailles yet, read the manga first. I implore you to buy the manga to support Ryoko Ikeda and show that we want more of her content in the United States. But I will say, right here, right now, I hate the localization job they did. They changed a lot of things that have been rooted in, like, Rose of Versailles history. I just don't like the localization. I think they put a lot of effort into making things look all flowery and fancy so they could sell you an expensive hardcover, but I just really don't like the overall localization job. They made Rosalie look terrible, meaning with the way that she speaks, they made her look like she was just incapable and dumb. I encourage you to buy the books. I honestly like the fan-made translation a lot more. And I know that the localization team for Rose of Versailles worked so hard, or at least they claimed they did, on this localization. And it took them so many years, and we waited for so long. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm kind of used to Rose of Versailles getting the short end of the stick, though. It just kind of does that. That's something I am enthusiastic about. I have this whole mess of kanji here. Oh, sticking to the paper towel. Technically, I should have some, like, newspapers down. This is water-soluble ink. If it gets on anything, I'll listen to my mom yell about it, and then it'll wash off. So, I hope you enjoyed just kind of chilling out and listen to me, talk your ear off. Like this video if you think I'm handsome. Obviously, you cannot see how handsome I am in this video, but you can see how handsome I am in all of my other videos, which I encourage you to check out if you like inconsistent content, or if you like Majima, because apparently you guys just love my Majima videos. You should go and appreciate me in general because I am super cute. Anyway, get out of here. I forgot to do the bonjour at the beginning of the video. What if I write it?